So today I'm going to be making a zero clearance insert for my table saw. And for those of you who don't know, a zero clearance insert is just this yellow insert here, but the gap is the thickness of the actual blade. And this will help minimize chip out, and it will also keep material from sliding into the slot between the insert and the blade itself. As far as material, I'll be using this scrap 1/2 inch thick plywood that I have. It's just a hair thicker than the actual insert itself, but the insert has these adjustable screw heads so that you can keep it completely flush with the tabletop. And those screw heads seem to be just about the level of the plywood itself. So I may not have to change the thickness at all, but if I do, I'll end up having to sand this to make it fit flush with the top of my table. So I'm going to use the insert itself as a guide for the thickness that I need to cut the plywood. I'll just butt the fence up to the thickness of this actual insert. And now I can cut my plywood to the exact thickness. Now I'm just going to trace the outline of the insert onto my plywood. The next step will be to cut it out with a jigsaw. So I didn't go right up to the line. I'm going to use a belt sander to get it perfectly up to the line. So it's just a bit too tight. I'll have to take off just a little bit more with the sander, but it's close. Before I do the final test fit, I'm going to drill a hole so that I can pull it out without it getting stuck in there. Don't forget to remove the riving knife. So that's it. So when you're cutting the slot, it helps to put the fence over the piece to hold it down. That way you don't have to put your fingers in the way of the blade. So just put your fence there, and that way when you raise the blade through, it'll keep it from any danger. I made it pretty tight, so I need to probably drill the hole bigger to pull it out, but for now this should be fine. with no risk of them falling in between the blade. And the piece that I cut has a lot less to virtually no chip out on the back of it. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos.